Hey, what up, what up, what up, all my YouTubers out there? Hey, this your boy D Wheels. Um, I'm actually messing with my Volvo EGR valves. I got a Volvo d12D engine, 2006. Um, it's EGR valves, EGR coolers, stuff like that. It's always going out. Well, anyway, I've decided to take mine off the truck and actually break it down and see why these things cost so much. So here we go. I've broken it all the way down, taking the motor off, the sensors and everything. So take a look. Okay. So I got my testers here. I got one EGR valve that is actually completely still put together. Now again, this is off of the Volvo engine. You can't find many videos about these things showing somebody doing anything to them other than something what they call illegal. So here we're going to look at maybe cleaning your EGR valves and just seeing what they actually are made of. Okay, so here I've taken the guts out. Now this is the EGR valve. This is the EGR valve off of a D12, Volvo D12 465, engine D12D. And so if you can see, I've taken the guts out. I have the spring attachment that goes right down in here. It pivots and it makes it. Let's see if I can set it in here for you. It goes down in there like this here, okay? And this thing pivots back and forth like this here, okay? It pivots back and forth. Now, of course, as you can see right here, I'm gonna slide it back in there. I just slid it back in. And of course, I got like a cotter pin link, like a link that goes in between here that connects this actual push rod. To the mechanism right here, and it goes back and forth. Okay, now this back and forth action right here is controlled by this motor right here. Okay, this motor right here. Okay, so this motor here, as you can see, the sprocket on here. Okay, so that right there mounts up under. If you see that hole right there, so that motor mounts and goes up in that hole. It comes back up into here, and it moves this gear right here, and it all they all work together. This turns, and as it turns, it rotates this thing here back and forth right here. Okay, so you see there's not a lot to it. The only other part is this part right here with the other set of wires on it, and this mounts up under. There's another position right up under here, and it mounts right there, and that is the position sensor. So that senses when the EGR valve is supposed to be all the way open or when it's supposed to be all the way closed. Basically, like I said, that's all it is. Basically a plastic piece with electrical sensor in there, and when that right there, that turns. So when it turns this way or that way, this way or that way, basically, let's pull this back out here for a minute. It's out of here. So when this here mounts down in that hole, it goes down into that is normally mounted right underneath. Okay, as you can see, it has a keyway slot cut in there, and that keyway slot fits right down in there like this. Okay, so when this thing goes from this way back to that way, okay, so those three wires right there are basically positioning sensing wires, this way and back to that way. So now you see you have the components for the motor and again the position sensor. Okay, now I thought my motor was bad. Okay, so I said, well, let me just check it out. Okay, so I went out here and I got one of the old EGR valves I had, And we're going to pause for a minute while I hook up everything, but I'll show you what I got here so far. I got just a plain battery, just a plain car battery. I just need 12 volts. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to pause the video for a minute, and I'm going to hook up my wires, and then I'll connect it back together. Hold on just a minute. Okay, so again, I have my battery hooked up right there. As you can see, I just I just got a piece of extension cord wire, old piece of cord I had in my building, and so I just took the white and black or whatever, and I just I just connected them to the battery, just got it held on there with a couple of zip ties, one on that side, one on that side. Okay, now again, here's the other EGR valve that is still put together, as you see. So I want to see if that motor is actually operating. Okay, so again, so we're following the connection, the cable all the way down, and I got the connection in my hand. Okay, here we go. So looking into the face of the plug, I guess the top three, and then you got the bottom two. So looking at it in that position, that top left corner is going to be your red wire, and then the one right up under it, the left of the bottom two, that's going to be your black wire, as far as the black and red that run to your EGR valve. The other three will be the yellow, brown, and green. And you can just look on the back of the plug and kind of match them up, like that right there. So, all right, so we have red and black right there. Now those two actually operate your motor, okay, the motor on the EGR. So, so what I'm gonna do is let's see if I get this. Hold on a minute. Let me put my phone in a better position here. Okay, so I'll try to get both of these in the shot here. Okay, move my legs a little closer over here. Okay, so now, as you can see, I'm gonna go down into this position right here. Okay, let me see if I can get this in connection at the same time. Okay, now watch the EGR valve. You see, so you saw it pop out. Okay. Okay, so that's popping out. Okay. Now if I reverse those two wires around, it will suck the EGR valve back in. Okay. So I move my white wire over to that position. Then I'm putting the black wire into this position, and we're gonna watch the valve suck in. See? So now it's sucking in. Okay. So so with that said, the motor on my EGR valve is working. So therefore, we can have some issues with it getting stuck, which you can, like I said, break it all apart. Like I've got it right there. I'm going to clean that out real good. I'm going to get rid of, let me snatch this battery cable loose here. Okay. I'm going to get rid of, I pulled a push rod all the way out. I'm going to clean that shaft really good because it's sliding through a very narrow passageway. Now right now it'll go through there pretty easy, but you got to understand when that thing gets a lot of heat on it, a little heat and a little bit of soot going in there, it may block that passageway. So like I said, it wants to be a little bit. It's sticking. It's got a little sticking action to it. And so if it's got this sticking action right now, you can imagine once it gets a little bit of soot in there and some heat and all that stuff there, when it gets hot, things expand, and so you have a whole nother issue going on there. And so it only takes a little bit of movement or a little bit of hesitation for that sensor, because remember, this sensor here is moving with that shaft as it's moving back and forth. So it only takes a little bit of stickiness for this not to make it all the way back around to where it needs to be to show a proper closed position or a proper open position. So if you can get yours off and get it all loose, I recommend cleaning it really well, all of the parts and everything, and putting it back together and trying that first, because it's a racket that Volvo is doing with these things, costing $900 or better for these small pieces of things I just shown you. It is what you call highway robbery, and we need to be able to clean it, put these things back together without trying to do some type of EGR delete and all that stuff there, because sooner or later, you know, those boys out there are going to start knowing what to look for, and you get caught and you get busted. So let's see if we can't get these things clean and just put back together, because I'm tired of getting taken to the bank. So if any one of your guys got some more you know, insight on you know, what to do with these EGR valves, please feel free to you know, share your comments, because we're all out here trying to you know, survive right now. So all right, this your boy D Wheels. Hey, I'll be getting at you later. When I find out something else, I'll put it on here. All right, I'll let you later.